Hi folks, Puffin here. I just got my first copy of my newest picture book to be available in print, Mr. Meh, in the mail. And I'm super excited to read it for you all. So let me go ahead and start. Mr. Meh. Mr. Meh was not easily impressed. He was not impressed with great difficulty either. In fact, it was fair to say that no matter what Mr. Meh saw or whom Mr. Meh met, he was not impressed. There was a great show on TV. Mr. Meh said meh and turned it off. He went outside instead. It was a beautiful day. The sun was shining and birds were singing in the trees. But Mr. Meh said meh. Look, Mr. Meh, a cute puppy. Meh, said Mr. Meh. The circus was in town. Mr. Meh saw the circus parade, but meh was all he had to say. The acrobats did a quadruple somersault, and the crowd cheered, but not Mr. Meh. He just said meh. The elephant puppet tripped and sat on the ringmaster's hat. Mr. Meh saw it all, but meh is all he said. The seal tossed a ball to pick the next president. The citizens oohed and awed, but Mr. Meh just mad. They had funnel cake. Mr. Meh just said meh. A shiny red fire truck raced down the road, ringing its alarm bell. Meh, said Mr. Meh. There was an office building burning down. The firemen bravely put the fire out. And Mr. Meh said meh. Mr. Meh walked to the park. Mr. Meh looked at his reflection in the pond. Meh, he said. Mr. Meh looked up. Someone was approaching the other side of the pond. It was Monsieur Meh. He was visiting the USA from France and saying meh to everything he saw. He had toured the world's greatest attractions and said meh to them all. Monsieur Meh looked at his reflection in the pond. He said meh. It was the same word in all languages, but he said it with a French accent. Mr. Meh walked around the pond and met with Monsieur Meh. Meh, they both said. Meh? Meh! And that's the end. I hope you enjoyed Mr. Meh, and please share.